Hello, Topaz students. It's Mrs. Visconti, and today we're going to go over how to create equivalent fractions. So first, an equivalent fraction is a fraction that has the same value but with different digits in the numerator and the denominator's place. So here I have two sample fractions. We are going to use multiplication to make them bigger with bigger digits, but they are going to hold the same value. So we start off first by multiplying. And I'm going to create this box. Students do this with me in class all the time. And this box represents one whole. It represents a whole number. So we are going to take a number, a digit, and we're going to put both in top and bottom. So if I want to multiply by threes, I have to put a 3 in the top and a 3 in the bottom. Now, when I write my equal sign here, I'm going to be creating my equivalent fraction. So this is 3 times 3, which equals 9. And this is 5 times 3, which equals 15. 9/15 and 3/5 are equivalent fractions. Even though these digits are bigger, the fraction still equals the same value. What has happened is we've just multiplied how many pieces we have. For my next example, let's use 4 over 9. We're going to multiply both top and bottom. We tried to talk about fractions as being equal, and so if they're equal, that means we have to do equal activities to both top and bottom, meaning if we're multiplying the top, we must multiply the bottom. If we're multiplying the top by a number, that same number goes on the bottom. So let's multiply 4/9 by 2. To create an equivalent fraction, I simply multiply across. So 4 times 2 equals 8, and 9 times 2 equals 18. I now have equivalent fractions of 8/18 and 4/9. If you were to draw them out, you would section off one into ninths and the other one into 18ths, and when you colored them in, you would notice that they equal the same value. So let's go ahead and try that now with some modeling. And this time we're going to use a smaller fraction. So I'm going to start with 1/4. I know I'm going to be multiplying by a one whole or a whole number equal to a fraction. And this time we are going to do, like we did before, multiplication. Let's keep it simple and let's multiply by 2. 1 times 2 equals 2, and 4 times 2 equals 8. All right, as we said for this one, we would use a smaller fraction, and I am going to model for you with a picture, how does this change from a 4th to an 8th and still equal each other in value? So I'm going to draw a fraction bar. I'm going to divide that fraction bar in half and then divide them in half again, getting as equal a piece as possible. And I'm going to draw 1/4 by coloring in one of the 4 pieces, 1/4. This box colored in represents 1 out of 4 pieces. Next, I'm going to draw the same size bar, showing that we have equal pieces, and I'm going to divide it again. But this time I'm going to divide it into 8ths. When I look up at my fraction, my equivalent fraction is 2/8. So I'm going to take a different color this time, and I'm going to represent this fraction down here with 2/8. 1, 2. All right, as we notice here, the fraction 2/8 and 1/4 are the same value. They equal the same amount of the total bar, which is what makes them equivalent. All right, this is using multiplication to change a fraction to a larger and equivalent fraction. Use your models, and remember that when you multiply the same digit on top and bottom to create an equal 1 to create your equivalent fractions.